So, if only finding your true love was as easy as clicking a button, but it always doesn't come that easy. It leads to disaster sometimes. I will be talking about the negative side to internet matchmaking and online dating. Personally knowing friends and family members who have used this social network to try to help find his or her special someone rather than the traditional way has ended up in a bad situation. I'm sure most of us have a Facebook, right? And then we've seen someone online that we found attractive, but we're not friends with them and we don't know them. So you usually add them and you lead up to a conversation, and after talking to them for a while, you go on somewhat of a blind date with them. And this is an example of internet matchmaking and online dating. That may seem okay to do, but it could lead to bad decisions, or it could be a bad reason to do. One of my friends' friend hit on a girl and was talking inappropriate to someone over Facebook, and now you think that there's nothing wrong with that, just flirting and everything, but she was a minor and he didn't know that because she wrote on her Facebook she was 19, but she was actually 16, so he was charged then with sexual harassment then. Today I will discuss safety tips of internet matchmaking and online dating, statistic results, and the lost money fees that go into internet matchmaking and online dating websites to try to help find your special someone. The first thing I would like you to know about are the safety tips that can help you with internet matchmaking and online dating. People are using the internet to help find his or her special someone, but they do not fully comprehend the safety risks that come along with trying to find someone over the internet. An article that I found in the first post says, from 2009, says, a young woman of 23 met Derek several times before inviting him back to her house. They had first met on an internet dating site. On September 30th, they arranged to meet on the N2, where she followed her back to her house, or he followed her back to her house, to the blocks of the flats in South London. The woman was with her 3-year-old son, and while they were having tea together, Derek punched the woman unconscious and then raped her in front of her son. She and her son later escaped and fled to the scene. This rape report proves that net is a breeding ground for unrealistic sexual fantasies. Some tips I'd like to show for you or tell you are always to protect your personal information. You should put your real name, or you should not put your real name, address, or phone number onto the public dating site. That's because hundreds or even thousands of those people could see it, and even some of those people arguably don't want to see it. And another tip is make sure that you learn about the person and talk to them a lot, and make sure that you know more about them before you end up meeting them, because they could be lying, obviously. Always tell someone you trust where you will be and when you will be back from your date with them. Always keep your personal property in sight and minimize how much you bring on the date. Don't bring like your social security card and car keys or extra keys that you might not need, because there's no need for that on a date, and that could be stolen as well. And never leave your food or drinks unattended. Now that I've given you some safety tips and some danger story articles, I can now show you the statistics of internet matchmaking and online dating dangers. Millions of people, both male and female, spend money to use popular dating websites to help find his or her special someone, but end up meeting a scammer, bad guy, or a one-night stand. Okay, so here's some statistics I found. So it says that online dating usage, there's 40 million people in the U.S. that use it. I'll kind of see with it. And then two of the most popular websites are eHarmony and Match.com. And it says that 42.4% or 52.4% are male users and 47.6% are female users. It's a bigger industry than porn, they say, and the online industry is worth $1.049 billion per year. The mobile phone dating market is worth $550 million a year. It's expected to be $1.3 billion by 2013. And 1 out of 10 users for the dating online sites are sometimes scammers, and then 1 out of 10 users leave within the first 3 months. And some stuff that males would lie about are their age, height, and income. And some stuff that females would lie about are their weight, physical build, and their age. And some other facts are that 1 out of 3 women who have met men online have sex on the first encounter. 4 out of 5 of them do not use protection. And the porn industry blames its recent 74 million decline from dating websites. And then 1 out of 10 of these sex offenders use online dating to meet people. Even though people are aware of the dangers of the internet matchmaking and online dating, the vast statistics, they still attempt to try to help find their someone by paying a money fee. Although some people do find someone, but not everyone is fortunate enough to have the same luck and results in finding that special someone online. And then they're unfortunately scammed with their money and loss of money. Many say the advertised numbers of members is misleading on fee-based sites that only allow paid subscribers to reply to an email. Since you have no way to differentiate paying and non-paying members, you can end up feeling rejected when your non-paying member does not reply to your email. Some dissatisfied users say they have received enticing emails from other members prior to subscribing, then paid the subscription fee so they could reply and never received a second email. This looks suspiciously like the website is deliberately trying to lure registered members into a subscription. There are similar reports of receiving a rash of emails or flirts shortly after canceling their subscription, which might be constructed as a scam to lure them back into the dating site because they pay another then because they think they found someone now. So I've talked to you about some safety tips for internet matchmaking and online dating, showing you the statistics of 2011 of why internet matchmaking and online dating is dangerous, and how people are robbed of money while trying to find their special someone over the internet. When you meet someone in a public place, there is little concern that you do not know what they won't know about you, from personal information, what you like and dislike. And you have the control of that. You can tell them what you like and dislike and what movies you like, music. When you converse on matchmaking sites, there are a possibility of information about you being shared to others that you didn't want others to know about. While there are countless stories of happily married couples who have met on the internet, those are even more stories ranging from the ludicrous to the dangerous. Everyone wants to find his or her soulmate, true love, and partner in life. But you do not need to result in finding them over the internet, ending up with no money, heartbroken, and becoming another statistic. So stick to the traditional flirting and dating to help you find your special someone.
So, Carl, what did you think?
Overall, the speech was good. The hook was effective. Eye contact was okay. I think the strong point was that after you presented the data, you kind of put your own input in there and explained what you just presented. The visuals were great, and the data, it really, because I didn't know too much about the topic, and it really explained your topic more. So, that's good.
All right, let me start with a couple of things that I thought were really solid. The choice of topic I thought worked really well. It's very effectively planned out in terms of timing. I thought that you had some good visuals. They probably needed a little bit more editing because you've got all those things on the two sheets, and there's a lot of stuff there, and while you're trying to show one thing, there are 5 or 6 other things that people are probably scanning over at the same time. So that'd be one of those things. For instance, even if you didn't cut up what you had there, taking a piece of paper and covering up the sections that you weren't using and just forcing us to focus on the one thing, that would be a way to maybe kind of minimize that. As it was, it felt a little bit like we're jumping around on the 2 pages when you're pointing out things. I did think that you did a nice job trying to point out those things while you were talking about it, but it was sometimes a little overwhelming.